estai? Sono io, Markie. That means good day, how are you? And my name is, well, not my name. It's me, Markie. Like it's a me and Mario. I don't know, I thought it was funny. It's probably not funny. It's probably funny. Let's be real, I'm hilarious. Welcome back to another installment of Markie's Trashy Cooking Show. And if this is the first time you've ever been here, welcome to the trash, madness, weird, all of it. We do it all, and we do it well, and it's really exciting. If you can't tell by my intro, this is going to be an Italian day, which is great for me because that's actually what I am. I am so Italian that my family actually has real connections to some of the worst mobs to ever be created in our history, which I can't really get into because there's probably some legal matters that go into that. But just so you know, I'm a mob princess bitch, okay? Don't fuck with me. Right? Want some? Yeah, see how Italian we are? A dog drinks red wine. Oh, that's too much. Okay. I can't believe she's actually drinking this.
I can't either.
Okay, well, today we are going to be making stuffed shells. I don't really have a super pinpointed recipe for you because that's just kind of how I do it, especially because this is something my family's been making for generations. So we kind of go just with it as it is. I'm also going to be adding some spicy Italian sausage to it because I bought some at the grocery store and I need to use it. Other than that, you can usually use this as a vegetarian dish. We used to do it all the time when we were vegetarians and it's delicious without anything else in it. Alright guys. Oh, she has wine in her beard, but we are going to get into it. Right? Let's go. Ciao, mi bella. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so the funny part about tonight's episode and trashy part is that we're doing boxed wine. That's how wild we're getting tonight, is that I'm doing boxed wine. Boxed wines are cool. They're actually pretty good for the environment. It takes less to make the cardboard than it does the glass when you're buying a bottle of wine. It lasts longer, so it's less likely to go to waste. So, I mean, that's pretty good, and it's funny, so all good points. First, we're going to make the sauce. It's kind of like making a regular spaghetti sauce or like pasta sauce. That's kind of how I do it. So like I mentioned earlier, I did make some spicy Italian sausage. So that's all fried up. I feel like you guys didn't need to see me making this because you just put it in a pan and cook it. Self-explanatory. Now I'm going to be adding some tomatoes, just diced. I got the basil, garlic, and oregano. That's usually my favorite. This is not drained. I don't really see a point in draining it. Okay, so we added a whole can of diced tomatoes, and now I'm adding tomato paste because, like I said, I prefer to make my own sauce. You can just buy it in a jar if you want. I never do that, so I'm not gonna do it for like this recipe. But I feel like typically for stuffed shells, it'll just be like, oh, I'll just buy like a marinara sauce in a jar. Feel free, go ahead. I can't do that because I'm actually Italian and that is like illegal. So, so I'm just mixing all of this up. There's no real need to heat it up because it's gonna go into the bottom of our dish of shells and on top. So it's kind of like it's gonna get heated up in the oven when we do that whole shebang. I already made the shells as well because you also, once again, don't need to see me boiling shells. It says on the box how to do it. It takes 10 minutes with some water. And that's it. So that was useless. To our sauce, I'm adding some Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how you say it. That's how I say it because I'm trash. I'm not sure. I don't think that's the right way to do it. It's totally fine. Not a big deal. So we're mixing that all together. I do usually add some sugar to my sauce as well. It kind of helps with like heartburn and all that and just gives it a little bit more of a balance to the acidity of the sauce. Mix that in there. There's some garlic in here as well. And then I am going to take some basil and chop that up and put it in my sauce instead of inside of like the cheese mixture for the shells. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. And I prefer fresh. Like, I don't like all that dried shit. I feel like it gets like really chewy and gross inside of everything, and it's just like, if you can just buy a little bit, like this was $1.50, that's fine, you know, just eat it, just get over it. Alright, so that's going into our sauce, so pretty. Mixing that up, and then we are going to sit this aside. This isn't typically what I would do for an actual spaghetti sauce. I would do that much more extravagantly and add like 30 more ingredients. But we want the shells to be more of the star than the sauce, or kind of like partners, and not one kind of outweigh the other one. And I already put the spicy like sausage in here, so that's enough. That's not gonna be enough. Alright. So that is what that looks like. Very pretty. And ready to go. This is what you all do to me. Just kidding. Okay, now that our sauce is done, and our shells are getting all chili cooled, not like cold, but they are scalding hot, and they will fucking burn your fingertips to hell and back if you don't leave them just like sit a little bit. I swear, don't do it. It's really uncomfortable and horrible. So those are doing their thing back here and kind of cooling down. We are going to make the insides of the shells. So we're going to use some ricotta cheese and some parmesan, and we're gonna get it going. And some mozzarella. Alright, so to start off with, we're going to be using the ricotta cheese, and this is 15 ounces. That's usually about what I put in the mixture. I put the whole thing in, okay. This is very cheesy, so your digestive tract is going to be pretty pissed off at you later tonight, but it'll be worth it. I don't really measure this out, BT dubs, because like I said, once you've done this so many times, you don't measure. I mean, I don't measure anything anyway, but in general, once you've done it so many times, you don't typically measure things, or at least that's how I am. But I do know that this is helpful. So you have the 15 ounces, and it's usually the smaller tub of ricotta cheese, and that is your entire base. A lot of times I would suggest like a cup of shredded mozzarella. So I'm going to say that's about a cup. And we're going to mix it in there. Alright, so that's mixed in, and it's delicious. So then the rule of thumb-ish is about like 3/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, or Parmesan cheese. Once again, that looks good to me. This is definitely one of those things that you can play around with and just kind of go on whatever you like. But I do suggest to save some Parmesan for like the top of everything, because that usually comes out really good on top. But I also like it on the inside because it gives a like a different texture rather than just like the cream. Alright, so our cheese is mixed up. Then I'm going to add some Italian parsley. So this is Italian parsley, okay? There's a huge difference between like regular, I guess is the best description of that, parsley, and Italian parsley. Tastes completely different, smells completely different, will make the worst shit if you put in regular parsley. So please find Italian parsley, which looks like this. So So Brandon is holding Coco right now, and she's like, loving it. Alright, so I have about, I want to say 2 tablespoons of Italian parsley. And we're going to mix that in there as well. Once again, if you like more parsley, please feel free to add more. It doesn't have to only be 2 tablespoons. And then a secret ingredient I really like, because rosemary is one of my favorite spices, like, period, but typically not used in stuffed shells, or, well, not a lot in Italian cooking, but I add fresh chopped rosemary to this as well, because it's just like, it smells so good. This is cute. It's me, Mario! So we mix that up. And then lastly, I'm just adding some salt and pepper. Nothing special. I was so excited about all the cheese. I completely forgot that you need 1 large egg. May I suggest that you do locally fresh farmed eggs, brown ones, because they taste much better and they are better for our world. Okay? Alright, so yeah, so you just crack that baby in there, and that acts as your binding agent. Otherwise, this doesn't really like stick very well, because it's just all a bunch of fucking cheese. And then you just mix it all together, and that's what also gives it that super smooth texture. Whew, I shouldn't have worked my arms out at the gym today. Okay, now that we have our cheese mixture mixed, you want to preheat your oven to 350, and we're going to start assembling our shells. So we're going to take our meat mixture, woo, our sauce mixture that has meat in it from earlier, and we are going to spread it at the bottom. So that kind of gives the shells like a pretty bed to sit in, and it just makes them taste better, and it doesn't let them dry out. You also want to use something with a lip around it. So I usually use these type of dishes. I don't know what this would be considered, maybe like a brownie dish. I don't know also why I'm out of breath right now. Whew. I worked out so hard at the gym today for 5 minutes, and I'm just so drunk already, I guess. Okay, so our sauce mixture is at the bottom. I love how in these shows you can typically see like a good start and then like immediate decline going down. Alright, so we have our shells, and we are going to lay these cuties down in our sauce mixture. Real nice like that, all next to each other. Where the fuck is that? Some of these are ugly, okay? And you don't have to make the ugly ones. Alright. Is you all ready to get creamed? Alright, so we're taking our cheesy mixture, we're putting it down into each shell. It's usually about maybe like 2-ish teaspoons. And you just kind of want to make sure you like fold them back over so they're not like gaping like open. Now this is a pretty messy job, but it's also pretty fun. So if you have children's, little bambinos, it's pretty fun for kids to do this. My mom used to do this with me when I was little, and just don't let them like eat the cheese mixture because it has a raw egg in it. So I'm like putting that out there, but it's fun and cute. So okay, So once your shells look like this and your hams look like this, you can then put the rest of your sauce on top. So we pour that right on top and spread it all around. You want to make sure everybody is nice and covered, because we don't want like anybody to burn, because the shells can like kind of lose too much water and get dehydrated and get like nasty and burnt. And that's ugly. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So now that we've done that, we're going to take maybe the rest. I'm feeling saucy. Of our Parmesan cheese and put it right on top. Ooh, Coco's excited. I'm going to use the rest. Italians have big booties for a reason, okay? Because this is what we eat like. Alright, so look how beautiful that is. We are now going to put this into our 350 degree heated oven for 30 to 35 minutes. It kind of depends on your oven capacity, your dish, and you know, everything. But we want it to be nice and bubbling hot and really fucking pretty, okay? So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'll be right back. I don't have like an already made one because this isn't a real cooking show, so I can't just pull one out for you when I put this one in. So I'm going to put this one in and I'm going to see you later. Bye. While you wait, keep chugging your boxed wine and eat the cheese out of the mozzarella bag. Okay? Drink your wine and then you can eat your cheese. Don't do it together because that was disgusting. Or be daring. Either one. It's up to you. Are my teeth red yet? Alright, you guys, we just pulled this beautiful baby out of the oven and we are going to dig in. Oh man. Ooh. Do you see the steam? Oh! Oh! I dropped one and ruined it! Shit! Ah. Oh no. Oh no. There's like a huge mess on the side, so. Oops. Okay, so this is how they look all cooked up. Look at that cheese like spilling out. So we are going to taste. Hopefully I don't completely scald my mouth. Oh boy. So hot. It's making me sweaty. It's so hot. Alright, you guys. That's so good. Delizioso! Look how pretty that is. Oh man. Like I said, you guys don't have to make this with any meat. It can be just completely vegetarian. There's also really good vegan options for like ricotta cheese and different types of cheeses like that. And it's come out pretty good. I've done it before. So, I hope you enjoy this beautiful creation we've done today. And get your Italian mob on and make some stuffed shells. And thank you guys for coming back. And salute!